Hello and welcome to DMBFX Market Analysis, Thursday the 15th of September. So today we're going to look at the Euro USD, GBP USD, and Euro versus the Swiss franc templates to basically try and identify a couple of trade opportunities, but also to try and minimize the risk while we're trading. We're going to first of all look at different aspects of the templates that will basically help you make better decisions about your trading and thereby also to try and maximize your profit while trading. So first of all, we're going to look at the pair's relationship to the long-term moving average to try and determine whereabouts the price is headed. We're going to also try and localize a couple of support and resistance levels. We will also look at who is in control. Is it the buyers in control or the sellers in control in our probability indicator? So let's start. So as you can see here, we've got the chart open. You see that the Euro USD has dipped quite a bit and reached a point, pretty much a support point at 1.34906, and after that it's pretty much started to bounce up again. And normally what you see is that whenever the price is way up or way below the long-term moving average, which is the blue line here, it normally goes back to it. Okay, so here you'll see that periods you had it above, it went down, went up again, went down, came up to it again, and here you'll see the same. It went up, came down, went up, and it's gone down again. And normally what it does is that it usually gravitates back to it. Okay, so we have the support line here, and then you can probably identify a resistance zone here, which is the first resistance zone. And if we try to determine which pair is in control at the moment, we can look underneath it and we'll see that it has actually been a divergence in the pair. Whenever the euro trends up and the dollar trends up, or vice versa, what you see is you call it a divergence. Okay, and obviously whenever the euro trends up here, you'll see the euro going up here as well. Now if you look at closer about the individual currencies here, you'll see that the euro has pretty much been even leveled with the long-term moving average and slowly but surely started to move below down the moving average, and now it's pretty much close to the long-term moving average again. Now if we look close at the dollar, you'll see that it's been pretty much even leveled here as well, bits up and down, and at the moment it is ranging underneath the long-term moving average here. If we look closer at the probability indicator to try and determine who's in control, are the buyers in control or the sellers in control, you'll pretty much see that the buyers are actually in control, which is the green line here, and the sellers is obviously the red line, and it is currently still in neutral territory but starting to touch the overbought territory here, and obviously the oversold territory is down here. Now if we move on to the GBP USD, we will obviously see that pretty much the same scenario here as well. You'll see obviously in the 4-hour chart that the pair has pretty much moved down quite a bit. We can obviously identify a couple of support and resistance zones here, mainly one here, and then we probably have one here as well. There we go. And obviously just like with the previous pair, you'll see that there has been times where the pair has been above, came down, and now it's pretty much below the long-term moving average, and obviously there is a high probability of a pullback up to it. It normally gravitates back to it. If we look at which is in control, is it the pound in control or the dollar in control, you'll pretty much see that the dollar has the upper hand at the moment, with it being on top, but the currency is pretty much even leveled at the moment. If you look at the individual currencies, you'll see that the pound is pretty much underneath the long-term moving average here, and so is the scenario for the dollar as well. It's pretty much below the long-term moving average. Looking a bit closer at the probability indicator, you'll also see that the buyers are in control here as well, with the green line being on top of the red, and it's still pretty much swimming in neutral territory here as well. Now, looking at the third and final currency pair, which is the euro versus the Swiss franc, you'll see that it had a pretty big spike up here, and has continued ranging in this level at the moment, pretty much above the long-term moving average. And like we said before, normally whenever it's way above or below the long-term moving average, it has a tendency to move back to it, gravitate back to it. To identify a couple of support and resistance levels, you can probably put a resistance there, and then we can find one down here as well. Now, if we have a closer look at which pair is in control, you'll obviously see that the euro is in control. It's got the upper hand at the moment. And if you look at the individual currency here, you'll see that the euro is quite a bit above the long-term moving average here. Looking a bit closer at the Swiss franc, you'll see that it's been pretty much even leveled with the long-term moving average, but has also gained a bit upper hand on the long-term moving average here as well. Finally, if we look at the probability indicator, you'll see that obviously the buyers have been in control here as well. It is currently above the red line here, and pretty much on the neutral territory. And normally what happens in a currency pair like this, when no apparent currency is in control, what it does is it ranges sideways. And obviously you'll see here it's been raging after this big spike that we had here. It's been ranging for the past couple of weeks. That's pretty much it for the market analysis. If you have any more questions regarding the currencies or the templates, please do not hesitate to check us out on www.dmbfx.com. Thank you very much for watching today. Bye.